So today we're going to talk about something kind of wild that's happening at the very heart of the internet. It's this paradox where the same AI that gives us instant answers is also creating a huge crisis for the websites that provide all that information in the first place. This is a massive, massive shift.
Let me ask you something. Just think about your own experience. The last time you went to Google something, did you click on one of those blue links, or did the answer just kind of appear for you? That little moment of convenience? It's actually the first tremor of an earthquake that is completely reshaping the web as we know it.
And yeah, that tremor, it has a name, the zero-click revolution. And we're not talking about some minor software update here. No, this is a fundamental change in how we get information online, and it's happening incredibly fast.
At the core of this whole thing is what's called zero-click search. And really, the name says it all. You ask a question, and AI spits out a nice little summary, and your search journey, it just ends right there. You never even have to click a link, because the search engine itself has become the destination.
You know, you can really think of it like a before and after picture. The old web, that was like a library. You'd search, get your list of 10 blue links, and then you had to do all the work, clicking around, figuring out the answer yourself. The new web, it's more like a personal concierge. You just ask, and you get a direct answer. We're shifting from a world of browsing to a world of asking.
And look, this isn't just some small trend for a handful of people. This is the new normal. Just look at how fast this has happened. As recently as 2018, only about a quarter of Google searches ended without a click. But fast forward to today, and that number has just exploded to 60%. The majority of searches now end before they even really begin.
Okay, so if the majority of people are not clicking anymore, that leads to a pretty obvious and kind of dramatic question. What happens to all the websites they used to visit? This is the consequence. It's a phenomenon we're calling the Great Traffic Decline.
And this is where it gets absolutely brutal. Just imagine this. You've done everything right. Your SEO is perfect. You are the #1 search result. But the second an AI summary box shows up above your link, your clicks just plummet by an average of 34.5%. You can literally win the race to the top spot and still lose a third of your audience.
And that's not just some theoretical number. This is happening right now. Take a look at what happened to a major publisher like Business Insider. Their traffic from Google search reportedly fell by a staggering 55%. This is hitting some of the biggest and most established names on the web. So when you see numbers like that, it's really no surprise that news publishers are using some pretty intense language. They've called this shift an extinction-level event for their business models, which, depend entirely on people clicking through to their site to read stories and see ads. The change in our behavior is just stark. When one of these AI summaries appears, a tiny 8% of users actually click on a website link. 8! The vast majority either feel like the AI gave them their answer or they just try rephrasing their question. The main takeaway here is that the very incentive to click a link, it's just vanishing before our eyes.
All right, I know. That all sounds pretty doom and gloom. But this isn't an obituary for the website. Not at all. It's a catalyst. It's forcing a change. So that leads us to the most important question of all. Faced with this new reality, how do you not just survive, but actually thrive?
And this is where things get really interesting, because we're looking at a fascinating paradox. The very same AI that's threatening to suck away all the traffic is also the most powerful tool that developers have to build completely new kinds of value. The threat and the opportunity are literally two sides of the same coin.
See, not all websites are going to feel this the same way. A great divide is opening up. On one side, you've got sites that just offer simple, static information. The kind of stuff an AI can easily summarize and replace. They're going to struggle. But on the other side, you have sites that provide something an AI can't just replicate. Things like interactive tools, unique products, and real human community. They're built to thrive because they offer an experience, not just a simple answer.
So how do you get on the winning side of that divide? Well, this right here is the new playbook. First, you have to diversify. You can't rely just on Google anymore. You build direct relationships with people through newsletters and social media. Second, you focus on unique value that an AI can't just scrape. Think interactive tools or super specialized content. Then, you foster a real community. And finally, you turn the threat into a tool. You integrate AI on your own site to create amazing, personalized experiences.
But here is the amazing silver lining in all of this. You might get less traffic overall, but the visitors who do click through, they are pure gold. I mean, think about it. The AI has already filtered out all the casual browsers. So the person who actually makes it to your site is highly qualified and ready to take action.
In fact, one study found these visitors convert at a rate 4.4 times higher. The whole game is shifting from chasing the quantity of page views to ensuring the quality of engagement.
So let's just zoom out for a second. We've seen the threat, we've seen the new playbook for survival. What does this all add up to? What is the future of the web actually going to look and feel like?
I absolutely love this quote because it just perfectly captures what's happening. This isn't the death of the internet. The game isn't over, not even close. It has just moved into a new arena, one with totally new rules and brand new opportunities for anyone willing to adapt and innovate.
Which brings us right back to that big question we started with. Are websites dying? And the answer is a clear, definitive no, but they are being reborn. The generic, boring, brochure-style website, yeah, that might be fading away. But in its place, we're going to find destinations that are way more specialized, more interactive, and frankly, a lot more valuable.
So we're going to end with a question for you. The web is evolving right now, moving beyond just simple information and becoming a platform for true experiences. The old playbook is obsolete. A new one is being written as we speak. So the only real question left is, what will you build on it?